You definitely didn't tell me to start recording last time.
You did it, right?
I did it.
Okay. You told me to remind you, but if you ain't forget, no need to remind you.
I guess that's a valid enough point. Where my phone go?
I'm quick with it, boy.
All right, Johnny. Damn, do I need my phone right now? I'm gonna try and go raw right now. No phone. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
I was gonna say going raw. That's how you end up with a.
Now I be liking to see the page. My bad, y'all. I'm just going right here.
Oh yeah,
What was that? All right, we good. All right, y'all.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
All right, so we tapped in. About to watch the Usman Edwards fight. It's round 3. I don't know, Johnny. What you got to say? What you think?
I want my boy Usman to bounce back.
Yeah.
I want my dog Usman to bounce back. But it was black.
You rooting for everybody black. I got you, bro.
Yeah, like I ain't tripping as hard as if.
Oh, because never mind. I don't think should we get into it? The black versus African. Oh, who is this? Who is this kid for Houston? My bad. We also got Sports Center going in the background. I got to tap in with Houston. They got a killer. I'm hoping they won because I want to see Cuz.
Oh, Sassa playing, bro. I thought bro was like he came back. Like I thought bro wasn't gonna play no more in the tournament. He back like.
Oh, he hurt.
He didn't finish the last game.
Yeah. All right. So it's Sasser.
Sassa.
So he like that.
He All-American.
Okay.
Like bro like that, but he got pulled in the last game because he got hurt in the tournament. Like he's been hurt.
Okay.
And he aggravated that shit a couple nights ago, and they pulled him. I thought bro was done for the tournament.
Oh shit.
He came back and dropped 22. Then you got Princeton.
Mm-hmm.
I had a theory.
Okay.
All the schools that name N with the letter N.
Okay.
Furman, Princeton, Fairleigh Dickinson. What's the last letter?
It's N.
I'm just saying.
Flawless victory.
I'm just saying. The only team I fucked up with was Charleston.
What you mean they end with an N?
Well, they lost.
Oh, you did one of them brackets, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So.
Oh, so you put all those to win.
No, I ain't choose Fairleigh Dickinson.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't choose that shit. I did have the Furman joint.
Oh, for real?
But I had Furman and Charleston with it. Charleston didn't hold it up.
Yeah, I know a kid that go to Charleston and hoop.
Charleston, they've been good for a couple of years now.
Yeah. Well, again, we're gonna push play. About to watch this Edwards Usman fight. Give y'all our reactions.
I think.
If we interject every once in a while with a little basketball, it's because we got basketball playing and
Princeton won too. Shout out to them last letter N's.
All right.
Usman has talked about retirement. He's 35.
Ladies and gentlemen, this partners Chris Lee and David Letterman. And when the action begins, a referee eyes. This is the moment you all love.
They getting straight to the point.
You will in the corner. Okay. 20 minutes.
They can do the in between part.
Presenting the former U.S. Nigerian Nightmare.
Damn. They don't like me.
Presenting
Wait, what happened?
You know what I'm saying? They might have seen our podcast
About the
African American versus African.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions.
This week you may have seen his tweet. He has talked about a champion winning the belt and immediately becoming.
How good is this guy going to be tonight? I mean, this is going to be a fantastic fight between two fanatics. He's absolutely right. Because when you become the champion,
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's going to...
level tonight, much was made of the altitude as a factor in that first meeting.
we saw him.
Certainly reacted in round 5.
It just seems like a bear's on you when you're fighting at altitude. Obvious, Kamaru's going to use
right
the
now,
wrestling.
they're doing
He's
it
gonna
in
stay
small
on his feet,
increments, so
use
they
the
too
footwork,
good.
use the movement. Southpaw. It almost eliminates
But
that
about
high
anybody
punch shot
throwing
that
right
Usman
now.
does to secure a lot of his takedowns.
However, it's there. It's in the back of your mind. You're giving Leon Edwards
Edwards said that he saw that kick multiple times and he blocked that kick. Tried to really assert himself early if he wants to really remind Leon Edwards that he's the better jobs.
nice.
Okay. That's that kick.
Yes, sir.
And you know, it's been well documented that even
Edwards, man, he's been in the gym though.
Yes. Didn't really get as much on.
sometimes you get hurt when you go to your doctor and they make it all better.
Edwards. And there's another.
He's still feeling that right now.
He has had a really good first round. Not much has happened. He has landed the more
Leon Edwards grabbing the glove.
Your hand
He
was
kicks
up
left.
inside the glove.
You know what I mean?
I know.
They add up.
He does that again. Herb's going to take a point.
He's going to go to the body repeatedly.
Hey.
It is the only. Well, so I
Man.
heard the interview back.
And we will
You
show
know how
you
scared of a
after
knee I
round
be
one.
right now, bro? That shit
Phenomenal
took him.
here.
That right there. Yeah.
Right there by Usman late in the heel edge. Glove grab.
Right here, you see Leon Edwards. He let it roll here. As they turn, you go here.
I don't like no
There
commentary
is,
if it ain't Joe
there.
Rogan.
You see the left hand of Leon Edwards pulling
I
in.
need Joe Rogan in DC. Every fight. Every major fight.
Usman
Joe
should
Rogan
have been
DC.
afforded that.
Come
No,
out.
that's that.
Stop.
That's that.
On. Inside leg kick is true for Edwards early round 2.
You heard Trevor tell you good first round.
Hey, them add up.
Yeah. I done seen somebody barely be able to walk
Tomorrow's
off
got to
the
get
joint.
him going back.
Now you can't
He wants to
compete,
take
though.
control
At
of the
all.
fight.
Got to start checking him.
You
This one
good?
seems-
Keep below the belt. You got to worry about
Well,
it.
no, you're right. That's why I stopped mid-sentence. Should be
He's
talking
scared
to
of
the
that kick,
referee. Should be
though.
trying to
You
get
see
wrong.
it?
An elbow the crap out of it.
Kick again for Leon Edwards.
It's the speed advantage for Leon that
You
you
gotta
can see.
throw, you gotta switch stuff, man.
Leon Edwards is a good fighter.
Ooh.
Breaks away.
That knee box.
He almost got it.
Edwards.
Yeah, he did.
Sure of
How about Usman there?
Best shot so far for Usman. He's in takes it down. So look at these. Confused. It's not quite the same.
Good sprawl by their former champ.
Oh, man. He's like, oh,
Beautiful takedown defense by Kamaru. Great job by Usman taking the corner there, reaching, taking the butt.
bro, got him right there.
Get out.
With a connection for Edwards.
As you say that, they see the
Debut, so
Looks like it's
great
in,
wrestler
man.
as he is, not much of a submission off.
lazy right hook.
Damn. This a hard round
This is
to
good
kind
round,
of
man.
score.
About whether or not Usman's shin came back.
They gotta be
That's
a
the
lie.
answer.
And when we show you
Yeah.
that Edwards' body kick has been a real factor.
Outside leg kick. Those have been good weapons.
Know that
for
shit
him,
got
but
hurt.
not-
That was true, though.
Usman also kind of serving.
And that be the thing. I be scared of being like Anderson Silva.
And that shit wrap around.
Yeah.
That doodle.
Just on the belt line
Like,
there.
that shit gotta
Of
hurt
course,
your leg,
you
too.
get this huge knee from Leon. That lands a nice left hand. This is heating up. Very competitive so far. Just go straight.
Put meets him 50-50. He's pushing
And
your back.
meets him
The takedown, I said, we just
50-50.
inched that back.
And me too,
Edwards looks
50-50.
a whole lot different after 10 minutes of this third meeting.
He's got to go for it, man, if I'm honest.
They wanted, coach understood that. He told Leon, he said, he's backing you up, Leon. You got to meet him 50-50. He doesn't want him to choke up.
Sits him down.
Great job running the pipe there by Kamaru Usman.
what changes, alterations,
We got
what
2
has he learned
takedowns.
throughout that process?
Well, that's what Leon
better get
said.
this
You know,
ridiculous.
And he does. A blatant fence grab from Leon Edwards.
Okay.
The veteran hurt knee waiting for a replay.
It's right there, fence grab.
Perhaps before red
I can't fix the position. He's going to take you down. I have to take a point. Remember.
Oh, wait, so Leon stopped that? That's
He
crazy.
lost that point already. Right.
And they should
a lot of confusion.
He lost 2 points for him.
And then he knocked out his hunts out.
But you see, didn't get the takedown, but you've almost won the round automatically. It's fair enough.
Yeah, but then he really lost nothing. He had a Tyron.
Well, he's lost a point if he goes to a decision.
Shot landed there by Kamaru.
Well, the takedowns now, you know, they're going to play a bigger fight. Of course, he knows it, but it's like, here we go again with the takedowns.
It's just been 1 level, 2 level. Not a low blow.
Oh, yeah, he's sick, bro.
Going round 3.
Niggas in the nuts.
I don't know.
And you know, Southpaw.
Huh?
I don't know how fighters take low blows and then keep on fighting the way they do. Because if I got that,
Oh, yeah, now
to
it take a
my
little
left,
second.
bro,
Like, it go into the stomach.
I'm done for 15 minutes. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm tapped out for at least 15. Like, the fight is like, but he took that shit. Like, I don't know
Just
how
kept
they
going.
do that shit, bro. That's respect.
Different.
Conventional.
Going somewhere every time.
Yeah, he is.
That means that he's been very, his opponent's left the cage, advancing forward.
That's what Usman needs to do if he wants to stay.
Face close, the distance, be in the pocket.
That's what
It's dangerous doing that.
There. Wise approach, beating up the body and the legs. Disguising the level.
But right now, he has got to find a way to get Kamaru Usman out of his face. Kamaru just landed a beautiful elbow.
That shit.
Just has a really good round.
Damn,
Kamaru has
crazy.
landed some good shots. Edwards has landed some good
Point deduction absolutely could loom large. Championship round.
This is still a close fight. We need to get closer to him quicker. When he starts to drop his hands and run back, we got 2 more rests. Your jab is so effective. Okay?
Right here, you see Kamaru. It
gotta
keeps
win
him
both
upright.
these rounds.
You get the 1 point
Come on,
deduction
Kamaru.
per
Yeah.
beam. Even if Edwards won the first
The
2,
thing is that
we're-
none of the rounds are like decidedly.
Here we go, round 4 of a possible
But-
5 to decide the UFC welterweight.
Niggas lost last
You
round.
heard Trevor Whitman
no,
tell
he lost
Usman he
the
wants to
first
get
one.
close to him a little bit
No,
faster.
Usman didn't.
Kicks.
That was Edwards though.
Oh, Edwards.
Exactly. That's
Oh,
why I
okay.
said before.
Okay.
Edwards not throwing anything up top.
Okay,
Very
that's
rarely
fine.
throwing anything up top.
Is good. The reactions on is quick.
A lot of what Trevor Whitman asked for, though.
Yeah.
Goes in the distance, running at his opponent.
He's going to get overwhelmed. It's on Leon to match his pace and his intent.
Sensational recovery, to be honest. I mean, he
Last
slipped
round.
and thought later.
That was a tough one.
Listen,
I get
the takedown
Nate-
against the Leon's been
Usman
sensational.
did get a takedown, didn't he?
Both of these
But I think like when it comes to striking, right now, Edwards. Yeah. I feel like Usman was way more dominant the last fight. He seemed a little more timid.
running backwards like Dominic Cruz always says.
Ugh.
The only way Kamaru's going to take you down is like that, by landing with the hands
Ever
first.
since that Black
You want to
Panther,
get Kamaru straight back in.
Yep.
I blame Black
Leon
Panther.
likes to lay the hand. There he is. But look at what Leon does. When Kamaru tries to switch to a single.
30 seconds to go, round 4.
Usman is full pressure. You can see Edwards a little more fatigued. But he's
Usman's eyes are telling at the end of it.
Get up. Let's go. Don't show no fucking. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, you're killing him with that. 2 was close.
They're killing him with
Last
that.
round, secure your title. What you gonna do?
break it up, take him down. He's like, keep
Hey,
pressing.
this shit got the island
The
actual.
referee to these 5 minutes, they could still be in play in that situation. The champion retains 5th.
Went and calling for Kamaru to run it in, close the distance. Don't load up on the shots.
Head kick partially blocked by Usman. Back to
For the place when he scores.
Yeah.
Who's willing to attack for the body? Elbow over the top for Edwards.
Leo knew that was coming. He was waiting for it. It's the decision of Kamaru as well. It's going to be real hard to complete the takedown when the head's so bent.
Again from Edwards.
The last 2.5 minutes.
The trauma of a 5-round UFC title fight. Level change from Usman.
Usman got his hand back this time.
I don't know, Usman is pretty much on top with everybody. Chosen whenever he wants to take it.
There it is. Now he's changed.
He's locked the hands. He's got him down for a second. It's easy to bounce up just like he did that.
He just isolates.
A minute to go.
1 minute remaining. This is a close round.
Edwards has had a really good fifth.
Downs for the most part.
The odds of
Winning those
at
battles.
1 point in the fight. Usman was minus.
Knee to the body for Edwards. Usman lands over the top.
Nice elbow attempt by Leon. The last attack for Kamaru.
At the O2 Arena in London, England. He was knocked a point midway through this fight.
Work with the body kicks. He landed a nasty knee early in the fight that rocked Paul Lamb.
That shit reminded him of the last one, boy.
Hey,
Beautiful block.
elbow though.
What a competitive fight between.
With that point deduction, may cause a draw. I had Leon round 1, round 2, and Kamaru had a good round 3. Success though.
Nice show of respect there between Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards.
After 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. And
Why Usman was holding up that monster drink like he was?
Bro, you know you got kicked 82 times. You know you got kicked. We heard every last one of them joints. Bow,
Right. Come on, bro.
flop, flop. Like we heard them shits, bro. Like
I'm just happy that he had beat whatever that alt-right dude was. I forget his name. He was like a super trumper too.
I know you talking about.
Because if he would have lost that fight, it'd have kind of like hurt my soul. But Usman won that, so that's the only one that
we
really
gonna
mattered.
have to send the Hebrew, the Hebrew Israelites to J6. They
Right. Right.
Like that motherfucker would have lost to him. We had some niggas show up in that purple and gold.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, hey, I ain't mad at the decision.
Yeah.
Having watched it,
Mm-hmm.
what we saw of it. Yeah, bro, he was firing on bro.
Yeah, I don't think that he did enough to win his title back. To be honest.
Well, I feel like Buddy figured out something from last fight.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
And then just double, triple, quadruple down on it this fight. He was like, oh, bro can't stop my kick.
Mm-hmm.
You seen how many kicks he threw this? Like bro was out there looking like, what's his name? Adam Vinatieri. Bro, he was firing off on his ass, bro. Adam like just lighting his ass up with them joints, bro.
Yeah.
Like shit. I mean, and bro ain't checked none of them.
Nah.
He ain't counter with nothing. He just was sitting there eating that
Eating
shit. Now I give it to him. He sat there and ate them shits because one of them shits would have put me in the hospital for like
Man,
3
that
weeks.
knee. That knee.
I'm talking about 3 weeks. I'd have been out. So like I give it to him, but like when it comes to fighting though, I saw that I guess Edwards lost a couple points in there, like so. I mean, I guess I don't know like how that
made it feel a little close, like it could have been a little closer, but decidedly so. It seemed like, cause you know what I mean, he
won that.
he won the fight, Just is what it is.
He won that. So, I mean, hey, shout out that boy Leon Edwards,
Mm-hmm.
FBA, ADOS.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. I can't even say that because they had some accents over there too. So
I think he from England.
I ain't even gonna shout out FBA and ADOS on that. Hey, shout out to the whole diaspora though, man. Diaspora, however you want to call it.
The black diaspora.
The diaspora, yeah, man. Shout out to everybody melanated, bro.
Mm-hmm. We on sports right now. I don't know. Memphis, Golden State, my boy Dillon Brooks been popping big shit. How you feel about him?
Who, Dillon Brooks?
Yeah.
I mean, I like Memphis. I think they got some spunk.
Yeah.
They young and
I like it.
Up and comers.
I like it.
But when it comes to shit talking,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't won shit.
But that ain't what shit talking about, bro.
You gotta figure out another team to come and pop it off with.
Don't got to.
Yes, you should probably go and talk that shit to Phoenix.
They don't got to.
Yes, because you
can talk shit to who, like, if anything, I'm gonna talk shit to the big dog.
Bro, what I'm saying,
I want to get your best game.
Are they gonna see the Warriors in the first round, or are they gonna see Phoenix?
I think that right now they're lined up to see the Warriors, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me check.
I think they 3 and the Warriors are 6. That might have changed some tonight because of the loss, but
last time they're gonna fall back to 4 and have to fuck with the Suns at 4.
Who is? Why you think that they're gonna fall back to 4?
Because of John, Steven Adams out for the year, Clark out for the year. But
they've continued to win since John's been out and Steven Adams been out. Adams also not out for the year.
Oh, he's
whatchamacallit's out for the year.
Clark.
Yeah, Clark's out for the year. But to me, I like it. Especially, I mean, bro, he talking shit to a individual. Well, he kind of just talks shit to literally every single body, every single team. Like I heard him talking shit to the Mavs, Luka and Kyrie. Like he keep that little chip. But I like the fact that Memphis, they whole team got that chip. Like they carry that reckless abandonment to them, to where it's like I don't care.
Right now, they'd have to play Dallas.
What is that? Where's Memphis?
Memphis is 3, Dallas is 6, Golden State 7.
Okay, well, that's what I said. Today might have changed it a little bit, but prior to today.
No, but my thing, I mean, like I said, I like it. But
I'm for it.
But for me, if you don't win that, and that shit just make you look crazy.
No, they've won the matchup. So I mean, like,
but they haven't won. Like,
bro, they're a new team. Like they're just now starting to get good. So, like to me, I
feel like there's some teams they can talk shit to.
I feel like you can talk shit
Warriors,
to what, like if you talk shit in general, talk shit. So if by that metric, literally nobody should ever say anything to the Warriors because they won the last year, and
LeBron,
like they just is what
James can.
Not really.
He beat them.
No, that sure,
he
but
beat them and then
let me finish. Like again, like I just trying to finish the statement. By that metric though, like they've won the most. They beat him the last like 3 times. They won the most recent one. Like to me, shit talking isn't about that. Especially if you just calling out an individual. You're talking to Draymond specifically and saying, "I'm better than you." Your team success really ain't got much to do. Like, let's not act like Draymond was not just now getting benched in the finals. If he just popping his shit, like titles and all that's cool. But a matter of fact, Dame Lillard, he was on JJ Redick podcast this week, and he kind of went viral a little bit, and he was talking about how there is this part of ring culture that really devalues the actual art of the game. And that's what all this comes down to. Like, where people be like, Charles Barkley can't say it.
Hey,
Charles Barkley shouldn't have a
matter of fact.
Go ahead.
No, I'll let you finish. I'm going to let you finish. No, I'll let you finish. I just got a point to that. Like, great. Go ahead. Finish, please.
Gotcha. He was just saying that, like, by that, like, Charles Barkley shouldn't have an opinion on anything, but Charles Barkley is one of the greatest to play it. He MVP during the Jordan era. Like, went like I forget what the record was, but that Suns team that went to the finals, 60+ wins.
Yeah.
Like dominant player. But if we just only judging by rings, Dame don't matter. Barkley don't matter. Like, why can't you, like, if the art of the game is like when we see each other, what's gonna happen? Why not talk shit? I'm with it, bro.
Hey, like I say, I'm not against it. I like that.
You just got to back it up when it happens. They just now like coming up.
Who they lose to last year in the playoffs?
They lost to Golden State.
That's all I'm saying. But
And they look and if I lost and I'm looking to see you again, I'm gonna pop my shit. Same way Clay started. Well, Clay relit the fire over the summer when he said them bums or whatever he said.
Yeah, no, I mean,
and they've been popping ever since then, bro.
I will say that. They are like responding.
Yeah.
Like that. So.
Draymond responded.
I will give them that, but when you talk about that ring culture, though, that brings me to a bigger point.
Go ahead and go Jordan, LeBron.
A bigger point, like you say, like that ring, that take away from the art of the game and the beauty of the game. And I think if you look at it outside of that, that's why you got to give. You know, I agree with you on one.
You have to give what?
You got to get a goat to LeBron, because.
But by what metric? Outside of longevity. So the thing about it is that if you take away rings,
it's sustained.
Jordan still
greatness.
All right. So what I'm gonna say is that if you take away rings, Jordan still has more accomplishments within his era than LeBron James does. That's void of rings. When we talk about MVPs, we talk about defensive players the other years. We talk about like just literal accomplishments outside of things that comes with longevity and playing for longer than anybody else has.
I get that.
He is definitely the best at playing for a long time.
I get that, but I mean, you also got to take into consideration LeBron lost 2 rings to some niggas who couldn't beat him individually.
Who was the
KD and Steph Curry? He beat.
Bro,
he beat.
The Warriors beat him. Like that's a bad take.
The Warriors beat him.
They also was up 3-1 against him, bro. Let's not act like that. They wasn't a win away from beating him. That's a really bad take.
They beat him with an injured team when LeBron had his team.
They were up 3-1 against him that following year. They lost. No, sure, they definitely lost, but acting as though like they just couldn't beat him, they were like a game away from beating him. There was really a Draymond Green suspension away from beating him.
So why they gonna get KD?
Again, they got KD pretty much
to beat LeBron James.
I put it like this: they went and got KD for the reason that LeBron James went to Miami with D Wade and Bosh. Like I'm not a big fan of the move, like, but they secured their bag. LeBron secured his bag. He said, "I'm gonna go get my ring," and KD said, "I'm going to get my ring." He secured his bag, and hey, like if you're a fan of LeBron, there's a part where you gotta respect it because that's what he did when he went there.
But that's way weaker on KD's part than KD versus LeBron, because
I don't care about it, bro.
Just lost to fucking Steph and them boys. They was down. They was up 3-1 against Steph and lost. And then he go and went and joined Steph after they was up 3-1. So you can say the same thing you said about Steph Curry and them boys. You can say that about KD and Steph. He was up 3-1.
What am I saying? Oh no, he was.
Steph,
yeah.
And lost. And instead of running it back and trying to beat Steph, he's like, no, let's team up. And then they went,
all right, so I think that you're
unfair.
So I think that you're to me you're going into like a KD argument, in which I'm not arguing KD at all. Like if we're arguing KD versus LeBron, then I guess that's a point that makes sense, I guess. But you know what I mean? We was talking LeBron and Jordan, and you said that he had two rings taken away from him. I just don't agree with it.
Fair, because
that's not. Bro, that's the game, and that's the game that LeBron also pushed. And we also can't act like LeBron didn't have two all-stars on his team as well. He had prime, possibly the best version of Kyrie.
Who played the tougher competition?
And
who played the tougher competition in their prime? LeBron or Jordan?
LeBron or Jordan.
Who played tougher
I don't know. I mean, I think that if you lined up the teams that they met in general, I think the stats say Jordan would have. Like I'm not sure what you're talking about.
The greatest team in history. LeBron beat him. That
All right, so what you're saying?
But that's tough competition. That's
Got
like
you.
he played against better teams than Jordan ever did.
So all right. So this is how I'll respond to it. You could possibly make the argument that LeBron played against the second best team of all time, right? Because you would have to say that the 72-10 Bulls that won the championship would have to end up being the best because they sealed the deal, and it was one win away. I mean, one win less. But
still think they lose to Steph Curry and KD. Whether they the greatest team, I think they to that 2017, 2018 Warriors team. I think they lose it.
To me, I think that it is completely pointless to compare, like, if this team in 2023 would beat a team in 96 or something like that. Because it's different eras. To me, I only can speak about your dominance within the era. Like, the pretend game, like that, to me, it really gets lost in that. But when we speak about playing the better competition, again, you can give them that one, right? But I would then argue that most of Jordan's championships came against better competitions. Like when you look at what Utah was, you look at their record, their dominance inside their whatchamacallit, and who they beat. They beat the Houston Rockets that went two-peated when Jordan was gone. That's who they had to beat both years to get to there. Again, when you go look at Phoenix and their record, when you go look at Seattle and their record and their dominance during that year, these were really good teams. When we look at LeBron, he does have the
every team he lost to, 58 plus wins, 60 wins.
Who are we talking about?
Go back to the Mavericks. I don't remember.
Are you talking about? Are we going to LeBron right now?
Yeah, I'm saying look at LeBron
I guess,
and the teams he lost to in the finals. They were elite teams. The Spurs, 2013, that was a 60-plus win team.
Okay.
The Warriors, 2017, 2018, those were 60-plus win.
Were they 60-plus? I have to go back and
I think
I have to go back and look at that.
I think it was 58. I think one of them was 63, one of them was 58, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
That's elite.
Right. All right. And this goes to my point is that, like, when we just sit and make that statement, to me, we're like arguing like pointless points to an extent. Like, typically the teams that's at the top come the finals. I think maybe the worst team in recent time that made it to the finals, you might say, is the Heat.
Toronto.
In the bubble.
Toronto.
Not Toronto. Toronto was like they were one player away and they got the player, which was Kawhi Leonard that year. But
without injury, they weren't good enough to win.
Oh no, they wouldn't have been. I agree with that. They might have been the worst team to win the championship in the past few years.
That's what I'm saying. They weren't good enough to win without injury.
But in general, what I'm saying is that those arguments was like played against better competition. I mean, like we can like really make the arguments of either or really, because I mean, like what would I do? I would say, oh, he beat the young KD and Russell in their first 3 years with James Harden coming off the bench before he actually became him. So you could say you beat them, but they were young. You could say that, he beat
James Harden.
Right. You could say, he beat the aging Spurs when you have Tim Duncan inside like his 18th year, and you have Ginobili and Parker on their way out the year. I think out the league. I think maybe they play 2 more years, maybe 1 more year after that.
She finna stick this shit.
But nonetheless, that's why I think that it's pulling hairs when we get into that. I only talk about accomplishments. Nah, she went crazy.
She stuck that bitch. Like when I watch gymnastics, I don't know nothing about gymnastics, but that's all I look for.
Is if they stick it.
Is the landing.
They also be they really little human beings. I ain't gonna hold you.
But they be up in the air.
This is a fact.
They be
so for the audience, there on the TV in front of us, there is the gymnastics on Sports Center. And they're tumbling.
That's Trinity Thomas. She got a 10.0 Florida Gymnastics. Unfortunately, they won the SEC championship. I don't know what happened to the illustrious, the real Carolina. I don't know what happened to him. USC right there. You know what time it is, forever the D. I don't know where they at, but Florida won the SEC in gymnastics, and that girl Trinity Thomas stuck that shit.
Gotcha. All right, so before we get too far off, I did want to get back to the Dillon Brooks. Looked like he had an interview. They just beat the Warriors again this week. I mean tonight.
Oh,
this is tonight right here.
This tonight. Okay.
So I'm a push play on it. I ain't heard it yet, but I'm interested.
I see the kid.
All right, Dillon Brooks and Mila.
Mila.
Have you coached her up on talking on the microphone since we last spoke?
No, she's still shy. You want to say something to the mic?
Hello.
Say hi.
Dillon, fourth quarter, you guys were able to blow it open. Oh, what was the difference? What happened to be able to put them away?
We fixed all the little things on rebounding. We're finding each other in transition. We're finishing through contact, and then we were really defending well.
You guys had a long one last night and an emotional one. To come back tonight against this team at this time of year, how hard?
Hey, yo.
Now I'm gonna say, bro, remind me of a promoter here in Charlotte. Marcus with the moves.
I don't know that.
I don't know if you ever seen him, but that motherfucker look just alike, bro. That shit funny as hell.
That's hilarious.
Was it to get refreshed for a game 24 hours later?
We were talking about it right when we got to the locker room. We got to relock back in for Golden State, another hard game, another intense energy game, and we came out and did that from the jump.
Is this one of those teams that's easy to get up for and easy to get refreshed for?
Oh, yeah. They got Draymond talking. They got Clay talking. So it's easy to get ready for this game. I was ready. I only got 4 hours of sleep, and I was already ready to go.
5 of 6 you guys have won now. You feel like you're hitting the groove?
It's a little bit. Keep working and working and working. Can't wait to get our boy 12 back. We've been waiting for him.
Yeah.
Holding it down.
I like how they ride together, bro.
Yeah.
I love them.
7 of 8 at home, playing on this home floor. Do you look at it as an opportunity?
Yeah. Figuring it out each and every day.
He don't sound like what I imagined him sounding like when he talking. I see him talking shit.
Oh well, when he do get in his WWE mode.
Like right there, that don't sound nothing like how I imagine him talking on.
Oh, you wanted them to be a villain at all times.
Yeah, I want that, bro. Come on, bro, give me that. We ain't got.
This one, he a little more like chill. After that first one, he was turned. You seen the interview after the first one, right?
No.
When he said something to Draymond. Let me see. Where they at? Where he at?
I seen him talking. I don't know if I seen him.
This tonight too.
And how about this? Dillon Brooks had a better three-point shooting performance than Stephen Curry. Moody.
But the way he sounded there, that sound like I'm gonna get mad if you talk shit.
Curry, in the 2 previous games he played against the Grizzlies, of course, didn't play on Christmas. Tonight, just 16 points, 3 of 8 from 3, 5 of 15 overall.
The Dillon Brooks effect. And it's what Dillon does in terms, he is going to harass you. He's going to be physical with you. He did that the entire night for the Warriors. But
here we go.
Here on Kenny Lofton Jr. More free throws for the Warriors. But because of that physical defense, it wears you down. It gets into your legs. But what it also does is it makes you try to do a little bit more. And with that doing a little bit more, it gets you out of your rhythm. And I thought that Dillon did a great job of getting them out of their rhythm, meaning Steph Curry.
The Grizzlies will also go to 6 in the second night.
I love it.
Backs.
Yeah, they had to get that split screen.
Only 14
Why the ref keep getting in the way?
Thompson, who averages 22, was averaging 21 against the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Say this again.
I got 4 what?
Fingers.
We got 5 fingers. What 4 mean?
He got 4 rings.
Oh.
How many of them rings was on LeBron?
Three of them?
Yeah, 3.
3 of them?
Look, 3.
How many of them was on LeBron without KD?
One. He got one of them. Definitely got one of them too.
That was LeBron with Timothy Mozgov and Deli Dover.
I wonder how many rings.
He beat Deli Dover.
I wonder how many rings does LeBron have without 2 All-Star teammates to play alongside him?
I know he got one. AD.
Oh, huh?
With AD.
Yeah, that's the only one. Even though like half his team on that one were previous All-Stars, but that's another day.
And then the one he won with Kyrie. Did Kevin Love make the All-Star team that year?
Pretty sure he did.
You sure?
We could look it up.
All right, let's look it up.
All I know is that usually he never wins without 2 All-Stars on his team.
I know that he wasn't the last one without 2 All-Stars on his team.
Yeah.
So I mean, what you mean never? The last one he won with one.
Okay. Yeah. So he got one. All right.
This the last one though, the most recent one. Like,
Talking about that bubble one that nobody count?
Bro, it's a ring. Motherfuckers was playing for the championship, bro. Like that shit dumb as hell, bro. It was a bubble ring. Some motherfuckers that was in
Whole
there.
lot of Clippers tried to leave.
Bro, it was motherfuckers in there trying to win that shit, and they
My dog, who they call it? The bubble superstars. You had Jamal Murray ain't returned back to that yet.
Cause he blew his knee out, bro. Like let's be real.
Bro ain't been.
The reason he ain't returned to that has nothing to do with the bubble. It has to do with the motherfucking ACL that he blew.
So what about like that half year before he blew his knee out? He was going crazy. No.
I don't remember.
No, he wasn't. What's Cuz from Indiana? Bubble All-Star. He's dropping like 40 points, 50 points a game.
TJ Warren?
Yeah, big TJ Warren.
I think he got hurt too.
No, he's been playing like the past 4 years. Past 2 years. Just a perennial bench player. But
okay.
You know the bubble All-Star.
That tell me it's some niggas on the
bubble
bench.
boys.
That tell me it's some niggas on the bench. They got the right mindset.
The bubble boys.
Some of these superstars need to get their mind right, because if it really come down to playing for it, they ain't ready to play
bubble
for
boys. That's a nice one. The bubble gum ring. The bubble gum ring.
It just show where niggas' heads at. Like if you want to win one, that's the eat. Like
that's the eat. You right. You said it.
That's one. But you gotta win it though. You gotta win it though.
Yeah.
Like you can't blame somebody for winning this shit. They won it. They didn't lose.
I feel it.
Like if you gonna talk about that, there's a bunch of niggas you gotta talk about for losing. Joker lost in the bubble. Paul George and Kawhi, they lost in the bubble.
Joker don't win shit. Paul George and Kawhi, they got their ass handed to them by Big Luka.
It's a lot of niggas that
tell them stop playing with Luka.
It's a lot of niggas that lost in that bubble.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
It's all right, bro.
No, it ain't all right. Y'all gotta put some respect on that shit, bro. Like they actually didn't play the fucking games. They went out there and won that shit.
Y'all beat the Heat. It's all right.
They went out there. The Heat beat everybody else.
Y'all played the Heat.
The Heat beat everybody else. We can't,
without Dragic. And who else was hurt during that?
Hey, niggas can't help who make it.
That's what's up, man.
Niggas can't. You just gotta.
Y'all beat them Heat,
bro. You gotta
bro.
beat who show up.
Y'all right. So why you be making all those excuses for like that loss that LeBron had when Kyrie got hurt? You gotta beat who show up. You be trying to ask scripted. You see, I like I ain't. That's all I'm saying. Just be consistent.
I'm talking about.
All right, Johnny, I got the question.
I'm talking
for you.
about injuries. We're talking about niggas who just don't want to play. That's two totally different things.
Bro, it was a whole global pandemic, and people was worried about their actual family. That's crazy. You don't think that mean nothing? That's crazy. All right, Johnny. Who you got winning it this year? NBA. What you think the finals gonna look like? We'll start there. Who's in the finals?
Can I get 2 picks?
No.
I gotta get my.
No, just say how you.
I gotta get my bias. Like you told me to say how I'm gonna feel. I'm gonna say some bullshit.
All right.
Now,
What do you actually think is going to be in the?
Now, if you want me to be logical,
Bro, just give me who you believe would most likely be inside the finals. That's what I'm asking.
Shit. Man, I don't even want to say this shit, bro. Clippers, Boston.
Clippers, Boston. You think the Clips are gonna get there?
No.
Then why'd you? All right.
Because I think if I'm picking outside of the Lakers, and I'm saying who got the best chance,
Mm-hmm.
who gonna win it all, I see the Clippers being able. I see them beating Golden State. I see them beating Phoenix.
Oh, really? With the healthy KD?
I don't think KD gonna be healthy though.
He just twisted his ankle, bro. This isn't like the calf thing. This ain't like a crazy strain. He just twisted his ankle, and it being extra
I'm saying,
precautious.
but I'm just saying, like
So I'm asking the question: healthy KD, you see the Clippers beating him?
yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, cause I think what's it gonna be is Chris Paul is falling off. So I think because Chris Paul got targeted last year. Like they put a target. So I feel like
What my boy Patrick Beverly say? Cone. He a cone.
Patrick Beverly, that's fucked up. Yeah, Patrick Beverly. I mean, everybody been coming. Even light skinned Steph was talking.
He said it ain't 2014 no more. I'm sorry.
No more,
It ain't-
boy. Like
It ain't 2014 no more.
that got me a little worried about Phoenix.
Mm.
Got me a little worried about Phoenix.
Okay.
They had Jose Alvarado on Chris Paul's ass last year.
Well, he be on everybody. It's pause.
Hey yo. But I'm just saying, if he can put that kind of pressure,
But that's what Alvarado does. Ever since Georgia Tech, that's his literal role.
I'm saying the Clippers deep, bro. You can get somebody to come off the bench and do that in the playoffs. It's not that.
Man, I'm hating on the Clippers because they ain't giving my boy Bones no run right now.
I mean, I'm a Lakers fan. Fuck
Play
the
Bones
Clippers.
highly.
Like, fuck
All right,
the
but you say Clip Boston. Who you got winning it?
Boston.
Tatum get his first ring this year. Okay.
I got another question for you, because bro went to. I was just thinking about this. You know, your boys. Dude, I ain't gonna say my boy, but them boys lost in the tournament. I don't know, about the other Carolina where they was at, but I was doing some research this week. Who is the best player in the NBA right now that went to UNC?
Best player in the NBA right now that went to UNC.
There's only two possible answers.
And who are those two that's in the NBA right now?
I mean, it's 10 total players.
I guess I know Harrison Barnes.
That's one of them.
That went to UNC. I'm hard pressed to think of like.
It's a recent one.
Just say the name.
Cole Anthony.
Oh, Cole Anthony's not reached any level of a peak. He also was kind of like on and off when he was at UNC. Nah, recently. I mean, but the reality is that UNC hasn't had the draft, like not the draft class, the recruiting classes that Duke, Kentucky, and Memphis have had in the past, like probably years. But I mean, we all know that Coach K over leveraged his USA connection, and that's what has been the driving force behind him going from recruiting nothing but the mixed kids and Caucasians to like the thoroughbred South Carolina blacks. Like it's clear as day.
Thoroughbred.
Gilbert Arenas talks about this.
Thoroughbred. What you call them? Thoroughbred South Carolina blacks?
Yeah.
Hey,
The Geechee Gullas.
The Geechee Gullas. No, Zion was not Geechee Gullah, bro.
Zion did. Oh, you said Zion.
He was from the 864.
Okay.
Not
All right.
the 843. That's totally different. Them motherfuckers, the mountain boys.
But yeah, I think that.
I was just wondering.
I think that they've definitely had a better recruiting class in the past. But to me, what that also speaks to is the fact that I think
development
that literally doesn't speak to development. If you have the best players and you still lose, and you win as much as like a team that has obviously had worse recruiting, because right now we're pulling hairs to find the best UNC players, or really name off the top of your head the players. Where right now running the Kentucky and Duke players is easy. Like there's a bunch of obvious 5 stars that came in and just needed to do a little time.
Oh, so that's the reason.
I don't think that talks to coaching or development at all. I think if anything, it talks the opposite of it. is the fact that you have like these loaded rosters with top lottery talent, and you can't get it done year after year.
Bro, it's hard to do that shit in 1 year where you get 4 years.
All the top teams are that same exact thing.
But the people who win the championships are what? People that have seniors.
A lot of times, actually.
People that win seniors. So yeah, so you get
like the Kansases,
But they have 3 year, like last year, they old buddy, he was like a 3rd year junior. Like they have people that have played in those systems. So that's why UNC end up, I'd say winning because they had a little more experience versus a Duke. But if you come to development, these motherfuckers spend 3-4 years in UNC and don't get to half the heights that motherfuckers spend 1 year at Duke get to. So
well, but again, it's not development if the players were already going to be what they were, no matter where they went. You don't you're not developing that. Like, so for example, Kyrie barely played at Duke. I think, what did he play, like 6 games, 7 games?
11.
Right. Like he didn't really play at Duke. They didn't develop Kyrie. Kyrie was Kyrie. Zion didn't develop at Duke. Zion was Zion.
No, I think Zion definitely developed some good skills and basketball intelligence that he didn't have before going to Duke that he has now. Definitely. He is a way better player, more cerebral, a smarter player having gone to Duke versus not going to Duke.
I would love for you to show me where inside Zion's development right now, that the majority of what he does is not now it's not as much based on athleticism where it's just body, but every highlight that you see of him at Duke and the league is based off of athleticism. Like he's not a cerebral player. Oh, damn, it died. We still streaming right now.
What you mean? Audio?
It ain't
So that's a good place to end it. Man.
All right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up for folks.
Yeah, I feel like I just had a question. I wasn't trying to win no arguments. I just this nigga trying to answer the questions with arguments. I just asked, bro.
So if you ask the question, I'm just gonna answer. You don't think it's fair to answer the question?
You answering it with animosity, bro. Like I
can if we get into basketball talk, like that's bad.
Nah, I'm cool with it, bro. I ain't even tripping, bro.
That's the bad I grew up in.
I'm a football South Carolina nigga. But I fuck with basketball. Basketball is like my second love. Really, it was my first love because I knew I wasn't going to the NFL. Figured that shit out early. I was like, yeah, let me pick up this basketball because I ain't have a shot going to the NBA neither, but it was better than the NFL.
So it looked like the stream probably like maybe a couple seconds behind when you look at it.
Oh, I'm checking on that. A couple seconds.
Oh, you know, I'm just saying that just for I guess future references, just as we know.
For knowledge sake.
Yeah.
Nah, I think this was shit. What time we started?
I don't know. Oh damn, is this 58?
Yeah.
I ain't even noticed that. Yeah, I actually need to take that. All right, so
yeah, damn, we done been
fucking around with shit for a little bit.
For a little minute, bro. That shit crazy.
All right, so nonetheless, it's Q.
It's your boy Johnny P.
And this is First Listen.
Yeah, man, that shit was 4.5 hours.